So you're planning a big event, right? You know exactly how it is. You want every single detail to be absolutely perfect, especially that entrance. I mean, it's the very first impression, and it has to be a total showstopper. Today, we're going to demystify one of the most important elements that people often overlook, the event carpet. Let's make sure you get it just right. Just think about it for a second. From the moment your guests pull up, their whole experience begins. That walk, from the car to the door, that is your very first chance to just wow them. So how do you make that moment truly unforgettable? Well, it all starts with the path they walk, that perfect carpet that sets the tone for everything else to come. And here is the best part. Ordering the perfect carpet is way simpler than you'd think. It really boils down to just 3 key decisions: picking your color, setting the width, and defining the length. That's it. We're going to walk through each one, and by the end of this, you'll be ordering like a total pro. In fact, let's make it even easier. We can boil this whole thing down to one core concept that's going to guide every choice you make. Just remember, the 2 C's, cut and color. If you can get a handle on these 2 things, everything else is going to fall right into place. I absolutely love this analogy. Think about ordering your event carpet like you're buying a diamond. With a diamond, it's not just about how big it is, right? The real beauty and the value comes from its specific cut and color. It is the exact same idea here. Getting that cut and that color just right is what creates that brilliant, high-end, polished look for your event. So let's dive into that first C, the cut. This is basically the blueprint for your carpet. We're talking about its physical dimensions, the width and the length, and getting them perfectly tailored to your space. And then we have our second C, color. Okay, so if the cut is the science of it all, color, well, that's the art. Color is honestly your most powerful tool for setting the mood, driving home your theme, and making that unforgettable first impression. This is where you really get to have some fun. Okay, so let's get down to business and really master the cut. This part is all about precision, because getting the dimensions right is the difference between a seamless, totally professional look and, an awkward, ill-fitting entrance. Nobody wants that. Now, here's probably the #1 mistake people make. They mix up width and length. But it's actually super simple when you think about it like this. Width is the narrower measurement. Think of the distance between the sides of a door frame. Length is the longer path. It's the distance you'd walk through that doorway and down the hall. Getting that right from the start is going to save you a ton of headaches on event day. And hey, here is an amazing pro tip for anyone doing the step and repeat backdrop for photos. Measure the full length of your backdrop, from left to right. Then add an extra foot or 2 to your carpet's length measurement. Why? Well, this creates this perfect little overlap, and it guarantees that the floor is completely covered in every single photo. It's such a small detail, but wow, it makes a huge difference. All right, we have totally nailed the technical side of things with the cut. Now for the really fun part. Bringing your whole vision to life with color. And look, classic red is always going to be a great choice, but your options go way beyond that. And I'm not kidding when I say you have options. We're talking over 20 custom colors available. This is your chance to really move beyond a generic look and perfectly match a company's brand, a specific wedding color palette, or just the exact vibe you want your guests to feel the second they step out of their car. I mean, even the names of the colors tell a story. Just imagine an elegant Tiffany blue for a fashion launch, or a spicy jalapeno for a high-energy party, or maybe a lush Bermuda grass green for an outdoor-themed gala. From a deep, formal crimson to a fun cotton candy pink, the right color starts telling your event's story before anyone even says a word. So, you've picked the perfect cut, you've found a stunning color. You are almost there. Now let's chat about the finishing touches. These are the small but crucial details that make sure your beautiful carpet is also safe, stable, and looks absolutely flawless from every angle. First things first, let's talk quality. You should know that every custom carpet comes standard with a double-stitched binding on all 4 sides. And this isn't just to make it look nice, it gives you a clean, polished edge, and more importantly, it makes the carpet durable enough to handle all that foot traffic all night long. But listen, a beautiful carpet is only half the battle, right? The absolute last thing anyone wants is a runner that slips around or bunches up or becomes a tripping hazard. So how do you make sure it stays perfectly put, especially on those slick floors like marble or in a busy entryway? Well, you've basically got 2 main options here. First up is carpet tape. This stuff is perfect for tacking down specific problem areas, like corners or right inside a doorway. The only thing to keep in mind is that it can sometimes leave a little residue. Your other option is a clear coat latex backing. This gets applied to the entire carpet, which makes it the perfect choice for super smooth surfaces like tile or marble. It gives you total stability. Just remember to add an extra day or two to your production time. Okay, you've done it. You've designed your perfect carpet. The cut, the color, the finish, the whole shebang. So what happens now? Let's take a quick look at its journey from the factory floor right to your front door. So here's a quick rundown of what you can expect. Production usually kicks off within about 48 hours after you place your order. Now, if you went with that extra secure latex backing, just add another couple of days to the timeline. After that, it ships out from the East Coast, and ground delivery will usually take anywhere from 1 to 6 business days, just depending on where you are. And hey, if you're on a really tight deadline, don't panic. There are always expedited shipping options available to make sure your carpet gets there with plenty of time to spare. And that's really it. From mastering the 2 C's of cut and color, all the way to choosing the right finishing touches, you now have everything you need to order the perfect event carpet with total confidence. Your grand entrance is officially ready to be rolled out. So if you take one thing away from this, let it be this. An event carpet is so much more than just a floor covering. It's really the opening line of your event's story. It's the first chapter that every single one of your guests experiences. So the only question left to ask is, what color are you going to choose to tell your story?